visionary, revolutionary. I'm a visionary, revolutionary.
Now, Triple H is reportedly overwhelmed with his returns. Now, we've seen returns from Emma, Tegan Knox, Scarlett and Karrion Kross, Braun Strowman, Hit Row, Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae, Mia Yim. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Dakota Kai. Am I missing somebody else?
No.
Right. So we've seen the returns from all of those superstars. Now we get to the point where they haven't did shit, except for a few. But really, they haven't did shit. Now I would really say out of that few, I would say Johnny Gargano to a point, and the reason why is because he's been on TV consistently. I would say that. He kind of got an entertainment storyline going on with Miz. Dexter Lumis, that's one person I missed. But Miz and Dexter Lumis. It's kind of interesting, but they've been on TV consistently. So I would consider them two as safe. One other thing too is actually getting reported that if they don't get that shit together, they're gonna be out of here again. So that's another thing I left out. And then I would say Braun Strowman, but Braun just doing him, and really the same shit that he been doing is beating up on, come out of nowhere is beating up on people. But I mean, I haven't really seen, like, after that feud with him and Omos, that's really been it for Braun to me. Other people may feel us way, but at least to me. But Braun is on the safe side. Johnny, I already said Johnny Gargano. Candice LeRae, I don't know yet. Mia Yim, I don't know yet. I feel like they just searching. They want to keep her on TV, but they're trying to search to where she fit at. I don't think with the OC she don't fit there. It just look weird. She look out of place. That's one. Dakota Kai, I would say out of all the returns, Dakota Kai is doing her damn thing right now. But as for like Emma, it seems like she ain't been on TV since her return. Hit Row, they've been on TV every now and then whenever they need something. They made a return off TV for a few weeks. We need this tag team. We need 4 tag teams for this number 1 extended match. So go ahead and bring Hit Row in. We need somebody to feud with. I'm gonna mess up on the name, so I'm just gonna say Santos Escobar Group. So let's bring Hit Row for that. But they ain't been doing, like, it's not doing it. Same thing with a few of them. I think there's gonna be a massive releases coming soon, and there's gonna be a mix of people who he just returned, and there's gonna be a mix of talent too. Like, I think Lacey Evans, she on her last leg. Cause how many times you gonna re-debut her with the same gimmick?
You done?
Yeah.
First off, Lacey Evans, was nothing wrong with the Southern Belle gimmick. That gimmick was money. You just had to keep her away from Charlotte and strap the rocket to her. She was being positioned as, I would say, the number 2 or 3 heel, depends on how you have Becky at the time, and depends on what Charlotte is doing.
Mm-hmm.
That Southern Belle gimmick could have gotten her multiple world championships. But of course, Vince is Vince, and he didn't want to do it. Hit Row, don't know why Triple H brought him back. This is nothing against them.
Ain't nothing without Swerve.
That too, but let me ask you this. I think, and you're going to say, yes, they have too many of those guys, but hear me out. I think Hit Row is in the... No, just hear me out. I think Hit Row is in the wrong company. I think Hit Row's in the wrong company, and I'll tell you why.
Please don't say AEW.
Hear me out. Can I finish?
No.
Can I finish? Hear me, at least hear me out before you say no. Remember the beef that they had with the Bucks about shoes?
Mm-hmm.
You bring them in the AEW, they're the number one hated tag team. They're the number one hated tag team in that division. They're the number one heel tag team. That's a money match. Playing off Swerve and Keith Lee, Swerve going back to Hit Row. That's a money group. You just got done saying it. They're shit. They're shit without Swerve. That puts them back. Swerve can align with them. Now we got a 6-man tag. Hit Row versus the Elite. Trios titles on the line. I think they're in the wrong company. And is that to say that they can't make it in WWE? Absolutely not. I think they have all the talent in the world. I just think that their culture, what they do, does not fit what WWE wants. They are definitely the way that they are and what they like to do. That's definitely more towards what Tony Khan is trying to push in AEW with all of the black celebrities, the rappers, the singers, different shit like that. They're more geared towards that. That doesn't work in WWE because that's not WWE's demographic that they're trying to reach.
Mm-hmm.
AEW, that's the demographic they're trying to reach.
I see where you was going when you were saying they're not in the right company. I agree with that. One thing I don't agree with is them being with AEW. I can see Hit Row being who they are, with just the three of them, in Impact. I don't see them in AEW. Because, as of right now, only thing you can do is tell the story of Hit Row coming in and then you playing off of who do he take sides with. Is he going to stick with Keith Lee or is he going to go with Hit Row? But then after that story, you have nothing else with them. And if you choose to put Swerve with Hit Row, where do they go from there? You still going to put Swerve. That's going to be the one you want to push. Everybody else is not going to live up to the performance with what they need. Adonis maybe, but no. I can really see them flourish in the Impact, and then in Impact, fuck. His name is on the top of my head. I can't think about it. But
You talking about
yeah,
Chris
Top
Benoit?
Dollar. Top Dollar is gonna be the top star in the group. They go to AEW. It's gonna be Swerve and Adonis. That's what the attention's gonna be at.
Did you see SmackDown 2 weeks ago? Swerve couldn't even get in not Swerve. Top Dollar couldn't even get in the ring with a chair.
That's what I mean. So I'm like, if they go to Impact, I could see Impact going in the route of pushing Top Dollar as the top star, as the star of the group. They go to AEW. Excuse me. They go to AEW. I could see it would being, if they go that route of putting Swerve back with them, it was gonna be Swerve, of course, and then the second in line was gonna be Adonis, and then you got BFAB is just being the women presence of the group. That's really it.
True. Going back to these returns, I would not have brought back Tegan Knox. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I like Tegan Knox. I like her skill set. I like what she brings. She's just very bland to me, character-wise. Outside of Dakota Kai turning her back on her, I guess to me that was like the highlight of Tegan Knox. It was Dakota Kai. So I guess you can play off that, but after that, what is there for her to do? Who else? Who else did he bring back? Karrion Kross. I'm not a fan of this Karrion Kross. Honestly, I like the psychotic, bald Karrion Kross. NXT's presentation of Karrion Kross.
Besides this little feud with Drew McIntyre, that was it. Because you was think that after the feud with Drew McIntyre, they were setting up Karrion Kross to be Roman's next challenger. After that feud with Drew McIntyre happened, they both disappeared a little bit off of TV. They both ain't really been at that level that they was at before. Drew McIntyre, I don't care what nobody say, Drew McIntyre lost a lot of momentum after he lost to Roman at Clash at the Castle. After that loss at Clash at the Castle, it should have been when they didn't, after that match, Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre had that strap match.
Yes.
That should have been it. Boom. Then you put Karrion Kross as Roman's next opponent, and then you could have just told that story. And it seemed like they got lost in the shuffle. Now they both haven't really bounced back from their losses. Karrion Kross haven't bounced back from their loss at fucking Saudi. Fucking Drew McIntyre haven't bounced back from their loss at Clash at the Castle. I don't know. Even him teaming up with the Brawling Brutes ain't do shit.
Yeah. Name another return.
Emma.
Emma hasn't. Okay, so Emma's been on TV, but what I hate about WWE television is that they will sit here and throw real life couples on there on television and won't explain it, but then get mad at us when we figure it out. Like, I know Montez Ford is married to Bianca Belair, so I won't think nothing of it if I see them interacting backstage. I know Madcap Moss and Emma are dating. At least give me some form of explanation as to why these two are on screen together. I'm just saying, make it make sense. Just like Candice and Johnny. Why? You haven't given me any type of explanation, but WWE expects you to be the smartest person in the room, but then gets upset when you are the smartest person in the room.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense. You have to give me some type of storyline explanation or real life explanation onto why they are together. I mean, and going back to Sasha Banks, they fumbled a huge opportunity. You know what I was telling you a long time ago, where they should have took a page out of the Randy Orton and Triple H storyline, where where Sasha Banks handcuffed Bianca Belair to the bottom rope and made her watch while she kissed Montez. Like that, you want to make?
I don't know. That can work, but everybody ain't going for that though.
Will it?
Like even with Booker T, when he had his wife on screen, he only went so far. Like you ain't about to. Everybody ain't the same that would do that stuff when it comes to that significant other. So I'm like, that something like that was probably tossed out, but didn't nobody come to an agreement. So,
but is it, or would it not have been must-see television?
Yeah, but I mean, it's just saying, like, even though it could have been good for TV, everybody's not cool with that. Everybody's not gonna roll with that. Yeah, go ahead, kiss my wife. Yeah, go ahead and had the storyline where you all up on her and all that. Everybody's not comfortable with that. That's what I'm saying. Even though it can make for good TV, everybody's not comfortable with that. And then you at the same time, even though it's TV, you still got people's beliefs and all that stuff too that comes into play and all that. And we see how it can happen. We all knew Lana and Rusev was in a relationship. And we see how that worked when they did that shit with Dolph Ziggler. It kind of was cool because at the time we didn't know at the time. And then later on we did. But when they did that shit again and they did it with Bobby, it was like awkward as hell. It was like it didn't fit.
Yeah,
so I was like, I think those storylines is over with. That shit is like early 2000s, 90s. Like storylines like that it's done for.
I would argue you're right, but again, you can't want us to be the smartest people in the room, and then get upset at us when we tell you we the smartest people in the room. What has been WWE's problem booking wise? They play us like we're marks. They play us like we're stupid. Stuff that should have been followed up on was never followed up on. Stuff that was very intricate wasn't explained or was just flat out forgotten about.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get mad at us when we figure out everything and we're the smartest people in the room.
Right.
But then again, don't sit here and tell us to be the smartest people in the room either. This is a weekly episodic drama. We're not supposed to know what the fuck is going to happen going into shit. That's why we watch the fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go into my wrestling knowing what the hell is going to happen unless it's just obvious and it's just to further storylines. For example, Ricky Starks and MJF. We know Ricky Starks is losing. But because Ricky Starks you think it was an okay job, I think it was a phenomenal job setting up the match. You kind of don't really give a fuck if Ricky Starks is going to lose. You know he's going to put out a great showing. So, same thing. Just WWE wants us to be the smartest people in the room. They get upset when we are the smartest people. So,
I started with nothing and came out a king. I've been the one that's been ballin' for rings. It's been me and my team and we chasing the green. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free.